While I was in the military, I experienced a couple different physical injuries that altered who I was and my capabilities physically, which in turn started affecting my mental health. And it started really tearing me down to the point where I wrote a suicide note. I wrote my plan. My name is Shannon. I'm a technical training instructor by trade. I'm a veteran myself, and I'm also the director of Project Red Team, which focuses on proactive mental health education and suicide prevention for veterans, first responders, and then their families and support networks. I looked at myself as a large burden on my family. This isn't the guy my wife married. He's very different than that person, and I had two tiny boys who didn't have a strong dad in my eyes at that point. The plan 180'd on me pretty hard, but I really wish I would have asked for help a lot sooner. I would never have gotten to that point.
I'd say we're facing kind of a twin struggle in mental health right now. The first crisis is the stigma around seeking help, around talking to our friends and family about our depression, our anxiety, our anxious thoughts, our panic. So the silence and the stigma, I'd say, is our first crisis. The second crisis is access to care. Even when people have health insurance, psychotherapy and psychiatric services can be really expensive.
I had psychiatrists, psychologists, therapists, and so on and so forth. And then I got medically retired and sent home, back to my home of record, which was here in Illinois. But the problem there is you are now going from your active duty to a veteran status, and my care did not follow me. It didn't come back to the VA here. I had to go and start at square one again. When I found myself in the dark space that I was in, I had no tools to fight back.
There just aren't enough providers out there. I've increased my caseload by about 25%, and over the last year have been turning away clients because I don't have the space. And hearing from colleagues that the case is the same for them. And we do know that there is a national shortage of psychiatric care, and those are the individuals who can prescribe antidepressants, antipsychotics, mood stabilizers. So we're also having a really hard time as therapists finding psychiatrists to refer our clients to who need medication evaluations. And what we want to see is those people, when they start to have a feeling of, I'm not great today, reach out, come see a therapist. That's when to go see a therapist. Don't wait until you have a huge relationship struggle or you're thinking of suicide. Catch it early.
I was in the mindset that there's a lot of people who have worse stuff going on in their lives. There's people out serving in combat zones and things like that. So my stuff's okay. I'll just push it to the back and keep moving forward. It was hard to ask for help. I never really did. Stigma, man, it's something we talk about a whole lot, but I'm a guy. I'm in the military. I'm supposed to be this tough warrior type person, and we don't ask for help for things like that. We get through it. We rub some dirt on it and move forward.
There is still quite a stigma and a secrecy around mental health struggles. Nobody is calling off work for feeling depressed or anxious, but they will call off work for feeling ill or having a headache. And I think that's because in our culture, it's not okay to show any kind of vulnerability or weakness. People don't want to be labeled as the guy or the girl that is too anxious to come into work for the big meeting. We need to have really open and honest conversations about vulnerability and failure as normal. It's a normal part of life.
We think we have to take these journeys on our own, when in reality there's a ton of people out there that are telling their stories and lighting that pathway to help. And the more people speaking up about it, the more of that path gets illuminated, the easier it is for us to walk down it together. The day I chose not to kill myself was the day that I really started fulfilling the potential that I was supposed to fill. It made me a better dad, a better husband, just a better person. You're not alone though. There's a lot of people like me out there.